Hello and welcome back again to the Chess Variant Series. Myself, Critical Rocket. We're still with the Summoner. This is the Summoner F. This is another kind of fire support model. Comes with dual UAC 5s, triple ER medium lasers, and if memory serves, a missile of some description. What was it? Oh, an LRM-10. So it's an interesting mix of weaponry. It's mostly focusing around mid to short-range combat. The LRM-10 doesn't really have enough ammo to really keep it going for long, and let's face it, its raw damage output isn't fantastic. Hardpoint wise, it's a tiny bit better than other summoners out there. It's basically a 3-2-1 setup, 3 energy, 2 ballistic, 1 missile. Doesn't have much else. It slightly beats out the C for energy hardpoint numbers, but it balances that by an extra ballistic. But yeah, it's one of the main problems, and one of the, I guess, what people call major drawbacks of the Summoner, is that it doesn't have as many hardpoints. No real lore background on this one again, because the Summoner stuff is like a bunch of the later Clan Mechs variants. They're just kind of, yeah, this exists because we decided to add a new variant. There's no new tech on this one either, it's just another one of the variants. I don't mind this one. Dual UAC 5s are quite fun to use when they don't jam every second shot. Well, it feels like. I don't know if the UAC jamming thing needs to be looked at again by PJ, or maybe on a per weapon basis, but Christ, these things just locked up almost immediately every time you pulled the trigger. Which leaves you with the triple ER mediums, which on paper don't look like they'd overheat you that quick, but by Christ they do. I think one of the main drawbacks of running this with the stock setup is that once you get the UACs firing and the mediums, you don't dissipate heat very quickly because you're still keeping that heat up by firing the UACs, and then you start to cook yourself. So that's a bit of a problem. I didn't really feel it as much with this mech, although my damage is okay, I think, at the end, if I remember correctly. Might not be. I didn't really have as much fun with this one. Weapon wise, it can be customized to something that'd be a little bit better. I imagine you could probably drop the LRM-10 in favour of dumping in more ammunition for the UACs and maybe changing the lasers possibly to something pulsy, small pulses or maybe medium pulses. Whacking in some ammunition or some heat sinks in there probably makes it a much more streamlined design. Again, there's no way of removing the jump jets and such, so if you don't like the jump jets taking up room, unfortunately that's going to be one of the problems you're going to stick with. There's no variant of the Summoner that doesn't have them, at least not in MechWarrior Online. So, as just a review of it, if you're collecting them, it's great. If not, I'd just leave it, to be honest. It's not an essential. I think you can get better builds out of some of the other variants that we've covered already. At least this time the matchmaker didn't go crazy, actually gave us a good fight, which seemed like it suddenly, maybe the player numbers picked up a bit, I don't know. Maybe that was a lull in the population, and it just had a really, really tough time trying to find enough people to populate a match. Who friggin' knows? So this was on Rubelite, which it's a map that I don't mind. I know some people hate it after the huge number of matches that people were dropped on it when they did the event and it was a new map and people got tired of it. You can already see the patterns developing in this map, so things like using the high ground, moving around. The NASCARing is quite strong in this map because the map kind of emphasises that kind of technique of, okay, they've got the high ground, then we'll go around them using the low ground, and then those players will stay on the high ground and rotate around, and you end up swapping positions, and then you end up swapping who's on the high ground, who's on the low ground, and somebody will get a lucky kill, then the avalanche starts, and yeah, you start, one team will win, and the other team will just get horribly crushed. Which is what happened with us. We started having the avalanche, and we couldn't really come back from that, despite trying, and yeah, it was a bit of a problem. I'm probably going to edit this match down a bit because the last bit is just a piranha who's trying fruitlessly to cap, and that's about it. So I'll edit down after I finish this and just get you to the scoreboard then, because it's, you know, it's not that exciting. It's just a piranha cockpit running around, and then they win on points. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Center torso, critical damage. Warning incoming. depleted.
Target spotted.
New target acquired. New target acquired. New target
Target
acquired.
spotted.
Warning, incoming missile. Warning, incoming missile.